Hey guys, Toy Story 4 came out a couple of days ago. So my mom and I are gonna go take Kyle to see Toy Story 4, but he did not want to get in the car because I don't think he understands. But we are going to attempt to get him to the movie. We literally had to like half carry him up the stairs. You ready to go, Kyle?
I don't think he is.
He'll like it. Too bad it's not Tuesday. We could have got in for $5.
Will I even come back Tuesday?
No, but I do have a senior with me, so she gets senior rate clearly, and Kyle's going to be child rate. So there's only one regular price ticket, which is like $9.75. Like, what the heck with these movie prices? Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Look how happy Kyle is about going to Target. He was such a good boy in the movie that we're going to Target to get a toy that he was excited about, and now he's not. No, he's not.
What do you want? We can't get SpongeBob too. Who do you want? Hey, look, who do you want?
You have SpongeBob at home. Do you want Squidward?
You want Squidward? Kyle, do you want Squidward? Do you want Squidward?
Why are you crying? No, show them both again. I don't.
Which one do you want?
He's got one in his shirt. He can't have that in his shirt.
Well, you can't put them in your shirt.
We have to go pay for them first.
We got to pay for them, then you can have them in your shirt.
You want that one too? He's afraid you're gonna get it. We'll keep it. You want to buy it?
You want to buy it?
Do you have money? Do you have money?
Who's got money?
Who's gonna buy it for you? Grandma?
Should I buy it?
So let's talk about what happened at the movies. Well, first of all, at Target, Grandma bought Kyle all 3 toys. He got Baby Bop, SpongeBob, and Squidward. Of course he did, because he's spoiled. Anyway, so we were at the movie theaters watching Toy Story 4. And the first half of the movie was pretty good, kind of held his attention. They had some little flashback to the other movies at the beginning, and those he watches on repeat all the time, so he was good with that. But then, probably the last maybe quarter of the movie, they just introduced too many characters. That was kind of the problem. There was a lot of new characters in this movie, and not only was there a lot of new characters, there was a lot of new characters that played kind of a front role. So it wasn't like it really focused on Buzz and Woody and you know, like all the characters from the other movies. A lot of these new characters kind of held a front role, and so it didn't really hold Kyle's interest so much. He just wanted to see the characters that were in the other movies. Anyway, so he got a little loud a couple of times. Not bad. I mean, really, he can be loud and obnoxious and distracting, but a couple of times he got excited, and so he got a little loud. But other than that, he was pretty good. I mean, the first quarter of the movie, he was eating popcorn, so he was quiet, and then he was literally watching it intently for quite a bit of it. And I specifically went online ahead of time on Fandango to see which theaters had the least number of tickets sold. So the theater that we went to only had 2 tickets sold right before we left for the movie. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. So we went there. There was literally us in the movie theater down in the like wheelchair section, and 4 other families. One was in the very top row, and they had 3 kids that talked through the entire movie, but they were little kids, and they were on the top row, and it was fine. Like, it's a rated G movie, or PG, or whatever it is. It's a Disney movie. And then there was another couple that was there before we got there that was sitting in the same row as us, but on the other end of the handicap section, but they didn't need to be in the handicap section. That's just where they sat at with their daughter that was probably 8. And then there was 2 other families kind of spaced about. So with about 10 or 15 minutes left in the movie, some poor kid, I mean, he looked about 16, kid came in and told us that he'd had a couple complaints that Kyle was being disrupting, whatever. He was being loud. And his manager had told him to come in and say if I couldn't keep him quiet, then we would have to leave. Interesting. Now, I get that if Kyle was being loud and obnoxious and you didn't know him and you had paid to come and watch a movie, you might get a little perturbed too. Here's the issues I have. First of all, the manager should have come in and not sent the poor kid in when they had a complaint. I mean, he was probably just standing out in the hallway. He should have sent him in. Second of all, I'm pretty sure it was the family that was sitting right beside us, because they were complaining about, the mom was complaining about all the commercials before the movie even started and how it was taking too long. So she was a little annoyed on the get-go. And third of all, they could have moved. We couldn't move because we had Kyle there in his wheelchair, and they were like at the other end of the wheelchair section. But the rest of the theater was completely empty, like they could have moved anywhere. Anyway, and he wasn't even really being loud. So the last like 10 or 15 minutes of the movie, I just kept crushing popcorn and feeding him popcorn, because then he wasn't talking because he was chewing and swallowing. But other than that, it was pretty good. I wasn't real thrilled with this Toy Story. I mean, we like Toy Story. Kyle watches all the time. I think they should have just ended after Toy Story 3. This one will probably be it based on the ending that this one had, but I don't know. Like, there was, I mean, sure, there was a storyline and Woody was selfless and put others before himself and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I like the other ones better, and Toy Story 2 is probably Kyle's favorite. That's the one he watches the most, and I think they should have just left it. It's Toy Story 3 had a good ending of when they left Andy's room and they went to whatever the other girl's name is. What's her name? I forgot. Anyway, that was a good ending. This ending, whatever. It had an ending. I'm not going to give it away. You have to watch it to see, but wasn't thrilled with it. Could have skipped it on the big screen, and I probably won't buy Toy Story 4 for Kyle. So that was our movie adventure. I really wish that there's enough, and we were in St. Charles County, so it's not like we were in our local theater, but there's enough disabled or autistic or whatever kids in the neighborhood that you would think, or in the neighboring counties, that you would think that some theater, when some of these kids movies come out, or movies like this, that they would have a couple of show times, at least one, that was dedicated specifically to be open to special needs kids or autistic kids or whatever, something. And they've done it before, like Kyle's school goes to one, and they don't dim the lights down as dark, and then at least people know that, hey, there might be loud kids in the movie theater. Just a thought. You don't think about that if you don't have special needs kiddos. So that was our movie adventure. We went to Target thinking that he would want a Toy Story toy. After just watching the Toy Story movie, he was zero interested. But somebody from church gave him a new Woody over the weekend, and he was super excited about that. So that is it. That's the movie adventure. Toy Story 4, see it, don't see it. I'd save it for the video. It's not worth the $10 pop ticket on the big screen. Anyway, that's all. Have a great day. Catch you later.